So this is a video to show how to build a door that's got sculptural features with the same amount of wood that you would use for a flat door. So what we've done here is we've made the mortises, two mortises in the same place. The distance from the bottom to where the mortise begins is the same as this from that, and of course this is the same. So then what we do is we start drawing here. As we know this is our middle, right, more or less. So start at the bottom, and then we move out a little bit, come back in, and then we follow the line, straight line through the mortise so as not to. So with this line you can make however you want it. You can make it geometrical, or you can make it haphazard like I'm doing, but you got to be watch out you don't get too close to the edges, because you want to maintain the strength. So I change that a little bit, and then I just go and do whatever the heck I want, like I usually do. So that's it for the line. Now we'll cut it. We'll show you how we cut it. So now I cut this. This is the result of our cut. We've got two pieces, and now we're going to cut the other two the same way, and then we'll put the door together. So in our work we use a lot of glue, but we get a basic white glue, one without the activator, because we want to take a little more time in the gluing process. Sometimes we need to adjust pieces, so we don't want a fast setting glue. And that turns out economically to be very advantageous, because the glues are expensive because of the activator. So if you buy a glue without the activator, it's a lot cheaper. So now we're putting in the stiffeners. He's got it exactly measured to how far the stiffener goes into the first one to grab it, but not to be seen. Because you'll notice the stiffeners in our doors, you actually don't see them. So he's gluing every piece by piece, and sometimes we probably use an excess of glue, but to just make sure we don't ever have a lack of it. So now he's going to put in the integrated handle. It's not straight, but it's guided by the stiffener. So he's got it, and he got it in. Okay, now you see there's a little bit left over to grab the last piece. It's mainly grabbed by the glue, and we try actually not to put any glue in the stiffener, so that the door can move over that vertex, over the it can move but it's being held level or straight by the stiffeners. So now he's got the final piece in, and now he's going to start to clamp them. The only thing about clamping is that you want to stagger the side which you clamp from, so that the clamping is always balanced. So he puts one on one side, then he puts one on the other side, and that way we make sure that the pressure goes down equally on the boards. So that's it. He's got it clamped. Now we'll leave it for at least an hour. In this case, we'll leave it till tomorrow, and then we'll redo it. We'll start the finishing process. Just give us a sample. He's just gonna form this part so that we get an idea of how the formation is happening. He's not gonna do the whole door, but he'll give us a little bit of a hint of how this is done. For forming the door, he'll start first of all with the disc grinder, using a 36 or a 50 grit disc. And then once he's done that, he'll do it with 80 grit. And then he will do it, the next step will be to do it by hand. He will start with a 50 grit by hand, and then he'll do an 80. And if he really wants to get it smooth, he'll go up to 100, 120. Okay, so there you have the door. And with that process, you can execute an infinite number of possibilities. Enjoy.